Namaste. Thank you for joining the live stream. This is Yoga for Stress and Tension. So if you are experiencing any kind of tightness in your shoulders or your neck, if you're just feeling pressure there because of sitting in front of a computer or because there's just built up anxiety and stress throughout the day, then this class is for you. And also, if you're somebody who works a lot and has a lot of overtime and is just being pulled from a million different directions and feels like you just have no time for yourself or you don't do enough for yourself and your mind is just completely overactive and you can't get to sleep, this class is for you too. We're gonna calm the mind, and then we're also going to open the areas in the body that to help relieve the tension and the stress that's built up. So I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I'm Monica Stone from the yogimovement.com, and my mission is to help people hop on the mat, take some time for themselves, even if it's just 5 minutes a day. So this class is a half hour, and let's get started. So you're going to go ahead and we're going to start with breathing. So close your eyes here, let your shoulders release down away from your ears. So you're going to breathe from the back of your throat. So think about kind of constricting your throat muscles in the front here, almost like you're sucking through a straw. And then you're going to make a fogging sound, kind of like you're fogging a mirror, but with your mouth closed. And we're going to use that sound as a point of focus. So anytime your mind wanders, you're going to bring it back to the breath. So let's do a few on our own. So close your eyes, inhale here, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So now let's make sure that the inhales and the exhales are the same length. So we'll do the same count in, same count out. So inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Good. So let's keep doing that just silently on our own. So let's do a few breaths on our own. So inhale here. Nice steady breath as you let the shoulders move down. Scanning the body, any areas that feel tight or discomfort, just breathe some light into those areas. Allow yourself to create some space and open up, letting those areas release. Letting your knees fall towards the ground as you open your hips. And noticing what's on your mind and letting that go. So anytime your mind wanders, anytime something comes up, bring it back to the focus of the sound of your breath. So we're going to keep that breath with us the whole time. You can open your eyes here now, and we're going to move on to the practice. So let's go ahead and start in this tabletop position. Bring your feet and your knees hip-width apart. Your hands come right under your shoulders. Your fingers are spread, pressing into the ground. From the shoulders all the way down, through the wrists, and through the fingertips. You feel the energy moving. So you're pressing your hands into the ground just like you're rooting into a tree. Keeping a straight spine, pull in the lower belly, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and just feel the really strong foundation of your hands rooting into the earth, your knees and your feet rooting into the earth, and you're just feeling really strong here. Pull in the lower belly. And then now we're going to push into downward facing dog. So when we do downward dog, I don't want you to move your feet or your hands from where they are. So no walking forward or back. We're just going to keep it all where it is. So go ahead and tuck your feet under. And then we're going to straighten the legs. Push back as you lift your sit bones and your pelvic floor. Look up towards your navel and press the hands strong into the ground. Now from here, push the heels back and down and kind of roll the knees in towards each other. All right, you're going to externally rotate the shoulders so your elbows kind of turn in towards each other too. Almost like the back part of your elbow is facing the front. All right, you're going to lift your sit bones as you push your heels back and down. Now your heels don't have to touch the ground, but you're just working towards it as you stretch the back of the legs. So this opens up the back of the legs. Sometimes you'll see people jog And you can do that, but you really don't need to. This is actually a better stretch because you just stretch the legs, you're engaging the quadriceps, you're pushing the hands down and forward, so you're stretching the shoulders, and you're just getting a really nice stretch here. So now we're going to bring the feet to the hands. Inhale, look forward here. Just lift the head. Exhale, fold, look in towards the knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. So now we're going to do a few sun salutations, and we're just going to open up the hips here in these sun salutations. So the first one, we're just going to warm up. Inhale the arms up, look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. If you need to bend your knees, no problem, do it. Bring your head in towards your knees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back to this plank position. And now we're just going to lower the knees down, lower the chest down. Untuck the feet, press the toes, big toes stronger to the mat. Straighten the arms as you come into upward facing dog. So getting a nice back bend here as you bring the chin up and back. Bend at the knees. Tuck the feet under, push back into downward facing dog. Remember, don't move the feet or hands, they stay in the same spot. We're going to take 5 breaths here. So breathe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look towards the hands. Step or jump the feet forward. Inhale, look forward as you lift the head, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, bring the head into the knees. Inhale, come all the way up, palms and heart center. Good. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, step back to plank, and then lower down the knees down. This is called chaturanga, lower the chest down. Inhale, untuck the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, hug the knees, tuck the knees, go into downward facing dog. All right, so now we're going to bring this right leg up. Bring it up as high as you can, bend the knee, bring the foot over to the left, and open the hip. Maybe you can look under the left armpit and see your toes. Maybe not. And then bringing this leg down. Bringing the left leg up. Straightening the leg, bending at the knee. Moving the leg and the foot over to the right. Opening up the hip. Still staying strong in the legs. Bringing this foot down. Good. We'll go ahead and take this right foot, lift it up, and bring it forward. So you're going to tuck the knee in here to the chest, and then walk it up to the hands. So you may not be able to walk it up that easily. Maybe stepping the foot up works for you. No problem. Either way, we're coming into this lunge with the hands on either side, right? And now we're going to lift all the way up, just working on this hip opener. So let's arrange the leg here. So you can walk this foot out just a little bit, the knees right over the ankle. And so now you're going to just kind of take a deep, deep stretch here as you open up the hip. Okay? So just taking a breath here as you open it up. Let's lift the arms up. Slight back bend. Now if this doesn't feel okay to you, then just go back to where we were, all right? So now we're going to come back down. We're going to bring both hands to the big toe side of the foot. And then we're just going to stay here for a second, going even deeper into this. If you want, you can start to bring the forearms down, only if that feels okay. We'll just stay here. You can untuck the foot in the back. We'll stay here for a second, just opening up the hip, releasing any tension or pressure that's left there. So now let's come back up, tuck the foot back under. Go ahead and press back into a downward facing dog again. So let's lift the left leg up, bringing it, tucking the knee in, bringing the foot through, lowering the back knee, You can untuck the foot here. Let's just come up. Press that foot in the back, strong into the ground. Actually, both feet. You can wiggle this front foot out just a little more to get a deeper hip stretch, if you'd like. I'm a big fan of taking a deep hip stretch in these crescent or warrior positions. I feel like it's good to not skim, but if you feel like this is just too much for you, of course, pull back. You only want to go to that balance of effort and comfort. You like to push the edge, but not go over it, right? Good. So let's bring the arms up. If not, if this doesn't feel okay to you, then leave them exactly where they were. Slight back bend here, opening up the lower back. And then let's go ahead and bring the hands down to one side. Let yourself kind of surrender this time now, since your hands are down by the big toe side of your foot. You can kind of let go of the pressure and the strength on the back leg and just kind of work on this front lunge and surrender into it as you lower the forearms down, only if that feels okay. You don't want to move this foot out too much, so if you feel like this is moving out and the knee's not over the ankle, then just come up. You can even just start to bend at the arms and see how far you can go. Alright, so let's come back up. Let's bring this foot into a tabletop and we'll come back into downward dog. Just take a breath here. Those are some big hip openers. Let's bring the feet to the hands. Good, so inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms come up above the head. Exhale, samastitihi. So this posture, you might know it as a mountain posture. In Sanskrit, it's called samastitihi, which means equal standing posture. All right. Good, so now we're gonna do what's called pigeon posture. So we'll inhale the arms up, we're gonna go into it from a downward facing dog position. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga, so plank, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, so we'll bring this right leg up. Now again, we're gonna bend. Bring the leg through. This time the knee's gonna touch the ground, bringing the knee towards the right wrist and this foot towards the left. All right? So now we can come down completely and rearrange ourselves here. So this back leg will roll under, and then this foot can either stay right where it is, if it's comfortable for you. For more of a challenge, you bring it out to a 90-degree angle. It's up to you. All right? And then we'll stay here just for a breath, just looking forward. And then we're gonna fold forward, just releasing down onto the leg, opening up the hip. So this is a passive stretch, meaning that we just surrender into it, that the hip just opens automatically, and we can just relax into this opening. So if we were sitting up and we did this, we'd be active. We'd be really like pushing our leg into our chest, right? So this is passive. We just lie into it. It's probably not the best definition of passive, but you get what I mean, right? So we're gonna come all the way up here. Good. So now we're gonna just kind of lift up, bring this foot back into tabletop. We'll come into downward facing dog. Bring this left leg up. We'll go ahead and bend the knee, bringing this knee to the left wrist and then to the right. The foot comes to the right wrist, right? So this back foot, the knee kind of rolls under, the foot rolls under. We'll start here just for a breath or two. Good, so we'll start to walk down, coming into this passive hip opener. So let's come all the way up. We'll go ahead, bring this foot back. We'll come into downward facing dog. And then we're just going to drop the knees and we'll come through to a seated position. So the next part to this is we're going to come to face the front of the room, and we're going to bring the legs out straight, flex the feet, look towards the toes, and we're just going to do a forward fold. So a forward fold is another posture you're trying to surrender into. So if you are not able to reach your toes or the feet, then that's fine. You're just reaching wherever you can and folding forward. So the strength comes from the lower body and the core muscles as you come forward. So if you're grabbing onto your feet, I don't want you to pull. I just want you to kind of grasp on. And then the strength brings you forward. Now look towards the toes and don't round the back, okay? So we're just going to release the hamstrings here. You can drop the head. And we're going to come all the way up. All right? Good. So we're going to go ahead and come to cross-leg position. And we're going to work on the shoulders a little bit. So we're going to take this right arm, bringing it over the head. This left arm comes in the back, and we're going to clasp hands. All right? So if you aren't able to clasp hands, let me show you what it looks like. If you're not able to clasp hands, it's no problem. Just grab onto the fabric of your shirt. Or what you can do is you can use a strap or a towel, all right? So go ahead and press your head back into your hands, pushing your chest forward as you open your heart. So this is actually stretching the shoulders, but it's actually a heart-opening posture. Enjoying the stretch, and as we release, and we're just going to switch arms. The left hand comes on top, the right on the bottom. You might notice that one side is more flexible than the other as you do this. Push the head back, chest comes forward. Awesome. Good. So now we're going to do a twist, releasing all of the tension from our obliques and our gut and our stomach. Nice detoxing twist that will help with digestion, okay? So I want you to, you can have this left leg bent. This right foot is going to come over the left leg. You're going to press this foot into the ground. This foot kind of just hangs out. We're going to take this left arm and kind of dig it around. So here's your options. Hug around this knee, look behind you, or dig this arm around and you can kind of bring this hand down as you grab for the foot, okay? And then you'll look behind you. Or you don't have to grab for the foot, you can just kind of do this as you take a deep twist. Now your spine should be straight, so the hand that's behind you, you want to keep close to your spine. And if you twist deeper, do it on the exhales. Good. We're going to go ahead and release. We're just going to switch sides. Easy as 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's just set up. This foot is pressing into the ground. This foot is hanging out. You're either hugging, you're kind of digging as you reach around, or, let's see, I think I'm doing that the wrong way. Yes, I was. So you're either hugging as you look behind you, or you're digging as you reach around. There we go. You can kind of step on the hand here. Or you can bring this hand up. So let's take a few breaths here. So breathe 1, 2, and 3. Good, so look forward, exhale, release, and then we'll come to this butterfly position. We're gonna pull the heels back, open up the feet like a book, and then fold forward. So this is called Baddha Konasana, bound angle posture. It's another juicy hip opener. And only come forward as much as possible. So maybe you just come here, or maybe you can come here, or maybe you can come all the way down. But whatever you do, you're just going to let yourself surrender into it. So the feet are open, this externally rotates the hip, and you're just gonna come forward. And then you're just gonna look forward. So the chest comes forward, the hips go back, and then we're just gonna open up here. Letting the hips open. We'll come all the way up, let the legs come out wide, and then we're going to go ahead and just walk the hands down. So when you do this, the knees are facing up towards the sky, the feet are flexed. We're working on the inner thighs here. So we'll stay here for a breath. And then we'll walk out just a little bit. If you feel inclined, drop to your forearms. Remember, the feet are flexed, the knees are rolled up to the sky. And then you can stay here and let's take a few more breaths, or if you want to come deeper into it, you can do that too. You can stay right where I am if you'd like. Good. So come all the way back up. Fabulous. So let's go ahead. Go ahead and bring the feet together. We're gonna do a little bit for the back, so releasing the lower back and using some back bends. So we're gonna do a camel posture or Ustrasana. So a few things I want to mention when we do this. We're going to do 2 of them. So the first one is going to be basic. The next one we're going to go deeper into it. One thing I see a lot of people do is because they want to grab their heels, is they bring themselves up like this. But I don't want you to do that. I want you just to come back to wherever you can, because what happens is this kind of stunts, this is you work as a prop and kind of stunts the growth of the posture. So we want to eventually gradually go into it, and if we do that, then we just get caught up on stunning the growth of it. All right? Okay, so Ustrasana, strong in the legs, pull the lower belly in, press the knees strong into the ground. Bring the hands to the lower back, and then we're just going to push forward so the hips come forward. And then we're going to slightly lower the head back. Inhale, come all the way up. So we're going to repeat that. You either stay exactly where you were, or you can come deeper into it like I'm doing. Okay? And then when you come out of Ustrasana, you're always going to bring your hands back up to your back, okay? So, and then we come out of it. So, inhale, push the hips forward. Now, slightly lower the head back. So now take this left hand, bring it down, reach for the heel. There we go. So if you can't reach your heel, just stay where you were. Bring the other hand back, reach for the heel. Push the hips forward, and then you eventually want to walk the hand down and kind of get the palm to match up with your heel. So the hand, the full hand presses onto the foot. And you just continue to push the hips forward. All right? Open the heart here. So focus on the front, the stretch in the front of the body and the heart opening. All right, so now we come out of it, the left hand comes up, the right hand comes up, and then we come all the way up, and now we're going to move into child's pose. We're just going to release the pressure. Anytime you do a lower back or back bend stretch, you want to release it by either doing a forward fold or you can do child's pose. So bring the knees out wide, just let the head face towards the ground. Walk the hands forward and use this time to release the shoulders too. So we're going to come up into tabletop, we're going to walk through, and we're going to do a quick inversion. And it's just going to be a simple inversion. So I want you to lay all the way down. We're going to bring the legs up. All right, so this is all we're going to do. So this is legs, you can get against the wall if you'd like. Usually I go into a full shoulder stand, but we're going to just work on releasing any of the tension and pressure. And when you bring your legs above your heart, like this, it's very good for circulation, and it helps increase mental focus. So we'll just take a few breaths here. So just let your eyes fall where they fall in this closing posture. We'll hold this for a few more breaths, just for the health benefits. So we'll go ahead and bend the knees into the chest. We're going to come all the way up. And there's 2 more postures I want to do. I want to help release any tension from the quadriceps, and then we want to do the neck, and then we'll go into Shavasana, okay? So this next posture, I'm going to show you how it sets up. So this left leg comes back, and then this right leg comes back. So the calf muscle, you can kind of roll that out. The heel, you want to try to face towards the sky. It's right next to the hip. And the feet are facing back, so your knees are just bent here, all right? So I'm going to face the side now that you know how this is set up, and I'm going to redo it. So this is just going to help release any tension or pressure. It's going to help lengthen the quadriceps and strengthen the back. All right, so let's bring the hands behind us, and we're going to walk all the way down. It's going to feel a little awkward at first. Come down to the forearms. You can kind of bring the hands forward to reach for the feet as you lay all the way down. Slowly coming down into this posture. You can bring your hands now over to your quadriceps and just kind of push down. You can even massage onto them. I like to do that just to release. Use your internal awareness to push the knees down. You can hold onto the heels here if you'd like. Just feeling that nice stretch in the upper part of the body, or the upper part of the legs. So now we're gonna grab onto the heels. We'll come onto the forearms, kind of lift up. And then press all the way up. All right? So now we're gonna release the legs. We're gonna do a cross-leg position in the front. Bring the left hand down, reach these fingers out. Bring the right hand over to the left ear. And then releasing tension from the neck as you pull the right ear down to the right shoulder. Close the eyes here and just release. Feel the nice stretch on the side of the neck. All of that built up tension and energy, either from sitting and scrunching in front of a computer or from dealing with stress during the workday. Just let it release. We're going to bring the hand down, bring the opposite hand over, and then bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. So every practice ends with Shavasana, final resting posture. So I'm going to talk you through it while I do it, all right? So bring the feet in front. Let the legs just lay out straight. We're going to lay all the way down. The palms face upward, the feet fall open. Close your eyes here. Let the fingers naturally curl. Let your breath go back to normal. So no need to do the deep, steady breath anymore. Just let your chest rise and fall, like normal. Letting yourself absorb all of the energy that you just created, and letting every part of your body open that we stretch to release all of the tension and stress out into the universe. And then shining a bright light through your heart center, lights up your whole body, opening all of the areas. All of the chakras. So bringing the focus to the forehead and make sure you release any tension from your forehead. Let your jaw relax. Let your body fall heavy into the earth. And we're going to take Shavasana for just a few minutes in silence. When your mind wanders, just bring it back to a tiny point in between your eyebrow center. And enjoy your Shavasana. Go ahead and just start to bring your awareness back by breathing a little deeper. Move the hands and the feet. Start to bend the knees. Bring the knees into the chest as you hug around the knees. Roll over to one side and come up to a seated position. Bring the hands to heart center. And let's do an Om together. So this just creates a final vibration that we can connect with to seal the practice. So exhale here, and then inhale. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me today. I enjoyed teaching so much. I enjoyed feeling your energy and practicing with you. You practice so beautifully, so please keep practicing. So if you liked this, I will be doing Google Hangouts every Monday at 7:30 p.m. on Google Hangouts and YouTube live stream. So you can go to my website, theyogimovement.com, and see and find out all of the sequences there. You can see old sequences, and you can find out when the new ones are coming. All right, so that's Yogi with an I. You can also find me on social media at the Yogi Movement. All right, so I hope you have a wonderful day and night. I hope you sleep well, and namaste.